Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Judge Desire for Knowledge here in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Uh, uh, Puerto Rico. Uh, well, I hope all of you are great. Happy New Year's 2024. Starting it off right. Got to make it bright. So, either way, I said I was going to make this happen. It's not the greatest view out here, but the fact that I got something, there's a pool on the side, but it didn't set up right. I'm just here for a few stays, and so it's not my place. So as you notice, and it's a beautiful place either way. But getting back on the channel, so the topic, as you read, is self healing journey. Do it for yourself in 2024, which is really important. So I wanted to bring that out for people to help them along their journey as I helped myself, because some people need additional and some people just be able to do it on their own. But it's very important that we all heal in our own way, what it does for you, and it's up to you to want to do it. Know your truth, real talk, is the reason why I chose to talk about these type of topics live, because I like to get people to, also interact, and also questions and answers, so I can answer people and whatever case may be. But by doing this Know Your Truth Real Talk, we all get to grow together and learn together. So that's basically all I wanted to. What? Okay, as that we do. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So sorry. I couldn't see it with these shades. Why I wear these shades is because they're not only prescribed, but the sun is bright. Um, Sometimes aches or changes that affect or form it. And every individual is different. And so, with that saying, some of us, we just can't move on, and people that still hung up over their past lovers or exes, and pretend. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, and pretend that they're over them, but the exes continue to watch them, have their children, do the questioning, and even if they have moved on, that the other party, one party doesn't. So this is what I'm talking about as an example, you know, because if we can't move forward, then we stay bitter and miserable inside. Um, and a lot of people act like they are over someone, and usually they're not all the time, but most of the time it's not easy. But some people need to move forward instead of staying backwards. And so I decided to want to come and talk with people to see how you feel about it. Are you in a situation, or do you know people that no matter what, they're blaming everyone, their exes, their bosses, their this, their that, and not looking within their inner self to see that in actuality it can really be you. So I decided, let me come out and do it, because we all have to learn. I know at some point I did some of this, but when it's over for me with something, I'm over it. Like, I move forward. I don't go back. I don't retaliate, I should say. And because it's important that you don't get into situations that you can't get out of later, and that it's not worth it. And I know for a fact, because the courthouses are filled with people that get so emotional over things that didn't happen, or and stuff like that. Um, so what I was trying to say is that, if you're not over that and you refuse to see what you, and that's not for everyone, but if you can't move forward and stuff, then you might. It's a big way of moving forward to create your own karma. Oh, I didn't even think of that, but that's so true. Yeah, you don't want to create your own karma, because eventually everyone's gonna get it. And like, if you move forward and do the self healing, you shouldn't have to deal with karma unless you bring it onto yourself. So I made a few notes and I wanted to, well, we could say guidelines, so I don't get off the course of what I really directly wanted to speak to you about. So when you refuse that you may be the problem, you know, maybe at some point you were abandoned by friends, lovers, and even family members. Whatever your story is, you are breathing and you're waking up every morning. So take that it is not over for you yet. Okay? You can be strong by yourself. No one says that you have to be in a relationship or married, but I've seen people that are miserable single, and I've seen people that are miserable married. So maybe this here will help a lot of people to see why it is and to look into yourselves and see what you can do about it, right? You may walk around like you're okay and put on that happy face day to day, but down inside, you might not be as happy as you want. I know I was there. I won't say what situation, but I know I was there, but I didn't let it affect other people. Well, yeah, I did. I brought it home. Yeah, and these things can occur, and then until you see it and find it, the outlet of it all, then you're not gonna understand it. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. You have to see it, acknowledge it first. Once you acknowledge the situation, then we can proceed with, wait a minute, it's me and not the person, or it's me and not the job. And it might not be that for the person, but I'm just saying for self, for healing, you need to look within inside yourself, because sometimes you may not be over someone yet, but they've been over you a long time ago. I mean, I've seen situations where people hang on for years to somebody or some people, and then they either play friends or don't play friends, but they hang on to the same remorse. Um, oh, I have neighbors. They're out today. Imagine every day here and nobody's here. Is my lighting okay? Either way, so we go through the fact that people aren't getting over and their exes, their husbands, whether it's a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and these things can go on and make you very karmic later into your next relationship. So when you're not over someone, most of the time that person's over you. They're moving on. They're doing their own thing. They're doing great with or without you, and so that you're not giving yourself enough appreciation, enough credit to move forward instead of being vindictive or jealous or you know doing things to hurt other people as well as the person that you want to hurt because you're not together anymore. Um, these things reflect on yourself, your self-worth, your self-care, self-love, and without those things, you think you're actually missing out on something, and you actually aren't, because most of the time these things that you think you're missing out on are actually for either your good growth, for good growth, for growing, and other things could be for your protection, but people don't understand those two things. They just feel hurt, and that's all they worry about. I'm looking out for these lizards here because we saw a big one on the highway. We almost hit. I was in shock. Their tails are like, oh my god. So, and I love the coquis here. But anyway, getting back to the subject, they make such beautiful sounds at night, and I will be taping a lot that I can here so that you can experience it and see it here on YouTube or my social media. All right, if you're a part of my tribe. Either way, so yeah, so what we were talking about is that don't do things to destroy yourself and destroy other people's lives just because it didn't work out for you, whether it be a job situation, a marriage, or a dating situation, long term or short. You know, keeping everything under the surface eventually will come up to the surface, and then that's when things can get really sad for you, your children, or people around you, family, whatever the case may be for you. You again, you're blah 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 blah. You're oh, okay. Thank you. That was great. Um, step into your renewal. You know, because phase in your life in 2024. By moving forward, leaving all the baggages of 2023 behind, the things that didn't happen, the relationships that didn't work out. Sometimes things happen for that reason. Like I said, growth and protection. You can maybe God is protecting you from something that's not supposed to happen. Otherwise, you would have to learn on your own and get over it and move on. We are either to learn the lesson and move on from it. Learn the lesson, move on from it. Um, I sound like I'm teaching, but sometimes it's very hard because people can't do those simple steps, and it's not easy for a lot of people. I understand that, but what I don't understand sometimes is that you still see people with the person that they're angry with. Like I've seen that on the street the other day in Puerto Rico, where the lady was. They was just so fine, beautiful couple, young, and they were holding hands. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I turned my back and I looked because I heard all this yelling while I was sleeping, the festivities. And she's talking about who the F is this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit too much. You two were just in love for a minute. If this person's like that, move forward, move on. I mean, if you can't work it out, you can't work it out. You don't need to have that kind of display out in public. It's demeaning you, and you're looking stupid. You're not looking, young people, please, you're not looking smart, and plus you're not healing and growing, which when you're young, you should really, and when you're older, try to get your inner child to grow, because sometimes we don't, and that's what affects us in all situations. So what I actually wanted to make sure is that you all know here that leave the past in the past, and no matter what that is for you and what was disappointing for you in your life, you can begin to heal, your inner self by not refusing to heal and remaining not to heal is gonna uh, is refusing growth. And I'm sorry, I'm a little off because I'm trying to get this done before it gets dark out here because I'm on 4 o'clock and you're not. And I had this all set, but my guide me to remember my guidelines because I'm using most of others myself and notes that help me to stay online with what I want you to hear. It's important about it. You know, you foresee it. Your healing is like to foresee it doesn't mean that it's not going to be better or get better for you. If you look at everything for what it is, you can move forward if you choose to. You know, you can leave the past in the past or refuse to heal. That's what I wanted to say. Because they're going to live their life with or without you. They're going to move on, whether it's that or the job, they're going to hire a new employee. So, in whatever situation this is for you, the healing has to be done with inside. You have to do the same in your life. Will pass you by. You'll end up, if you don't self heal, you'll end up being spiteful, vindictive. This all comes from, I believe, self esteem issues after not being able to see your self worth or not having self love. I think these things come together as a reason why most of us fail at relationships or jobs, relationships, not jobs itself, but relationships at work. I mean, I had to learn. I mean, my job is not that easy to get. You meet hundreds and hundreds of people, and there's a lot of coworkers. It's not easy, but it's called respect. You respect yourself, and you can respect others, and it's really important to do that. That's a part of the healing process too. Also, I wanted to say that you, like I said, life will pass you by. If you don't, you'll have regrets. The regrets won't be the fact that you didn't have the relationship with that person or the job didn't work out. The regrets are going to be that you didn't grow up. You didn't see it for what it really was, and then that affects your mental state and all kinds of things. And I've seen people in that state as well, like the young lady I saw yelling very loud and disruptive in the public, which I see that in court, but that's why I'm here, so I can get away on vacation to be able to be free of, crowds and stuff like that. People that, is that a lizard? Okay, I hope not. Well, like I was saying, not to be free from crowds, because we did go out there in the festivals and stuff on the street, and it's just to get away from the arguing of hearing people yell and shout all day. This is what a vacation is for. So I came here for peace of mind, so I can think. We did, and we can be free from the hustle of the city life, and then you see it anyway. This is why, because people aren't doing the inner healing, the self healing. They're not listening to themselves, and why are they doing it? You know, it makes it just worse. That instead of nurturing yourself and your inner child, that you start, you can once you start that, you can start the healing process. Let's just say that. Say it again. I said it again. I don't know which one you wanted me to say again, the lizard or that's a joke. Um, but it makes it worse when you do that. My thing is that if you have to do it, if you have to do the healing, just do the healing for you. This is 2024. There's big change in aspects and mind thinking and mindsets need to be changed. Moving forward and upward in life is a better, optimistic way to look at stuff instead of looking backwards and always hoping and wishing. It's not going to happen. If it happens, it will. But if it's not, it's time for you to renew yourself, move forward, gain the strength and ability to say, I'm too good for this. I love me. And I'm going to do what it takes to build a better me inside so that when you move forward to maybe for yourself or for your next boo or for your next job or whatever the case may be, the point is that you're doing it for you. And when you meet that person this time, if you choose to date again, you'll know the difference between a narcissistic person versus the real deal. Because I know for a fact that we all get red flags. So if we're not utilizing that, then we're saying to ourselves that I'm so desperate, or I'm not worth um, it anyway. This is okay, and that's okay. And they love me. The red flag to you could mean you they love me, so therefore I think if that is what it means to you, maybe you need more than self healing. Maybe you need a psychologist or something, because now that I've learned through my self healing what red flags are, and well, I'm married happily now, but if I was single again, no one, I would be able to tell the tendencies of people that can't move forward but act like they do, I'll put on their pretty daily face, and whether it's male or female, but it deep down inside, because I've had exes like that, and yeah, they never get through it or get over it. And see, the part of everything is to heal ourselves, move forward, and if we move forward and it happens that we go back, not everybody likes going back, but you never know. Um, it may or may not be the best thing for you, but I do tell you one thing: you'd already have been healed, and you'll be able to tell who's who, the narcissistic person from a real deal, and not miss out on a good person. But even if you stay by yourself and you choose not to date, the good thing is you're healing day by day. So if you ever date or marry again, you're the best of yourself. And that's what's important, for yourself first. But even though no one wants to be alone, you're still strong on your own. A lot of women are on their own, and men, and they're strong on their own. And then you got the opposite that are negative and always crabby, and so you can tell that that person hasn't healed. They'll, I hope they heal eventually, but I've seen those type of people, and there's nothing you can do about it until they recognize it and acknowledge it. So my thing is excuse me, the inner healing work may be hard. I may be able to help you through this process. But tell you the truth, the healing is moving on. The beauty is within you, okay? Not someone else. Please never look at that. Um, it's within yourself. So, don't give up on you or your dreams. And so I'll end it with that. I didn't get through the whole guidelines of everything. I skipped in because I wanted to be more natural than going word verbatim on here. And without me getting out of here and going to the beach. To the beach. No, I'm not going to the beach. I have a pool. I had things to do today, but we are going out of to town to have a good night. So I wish you all well. I hope this 2024 is really good for you so far, and hope you're healthy, abundant, and blessed. And I will be back on air next Saturday at 3, my normal Saturday at 3. I got confused this week, and I believe last week was because I was coming here, but it was a surprise. So the hours are different here, so I apologize if you're so used to Saturday and it didn't happen, but I'll make it happen either way. And I'm grateful to you all for watching this tape. Those that joined, thank you so much. Um, I also want to say, oh, is it raining? Like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next Saturday. And before that, I should mention that I do have my Legals Matters up, and it's pretty good. And that comes on monthly every fourth week of the month. And then I do Know Your Truth Real Talk. I try to do it, God willingly, every Saturday at 3 p.m., all right? Eastern time. Is it Eastern? Standard. Yeah, because we went back. Oh, New York time, okay? So I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me, Judge Desire for Knowledge. And I will see you next Saturday. Ciao. Oh, New York time, okay? I hope you're all well. Thanks for joining me, Judge Desire for Knowledge.